Man, speaking of Donald Trump, you know what's really cool? The fact that he is struggling to choke through the BBC. And, you know, make of that what you will. Enjoy the free thumbnail image and free titling for whatever videos you'd like to make. I did not come up with this joke. I just touched it. Or at least they're the ones that I saw this from first, so it's theirs in general. Mark Joe says, have you seen Chuds using AI-generated anime girl music video that can basically be summed up as you call me a racist, bigot, and homophobe and a Nazi? Yeah, that's the entire Amelia stuff. Like, that's quite literally the whole shtick behind Amelia. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about this right now. Trump declares emergency a day before his deadline to reveal his finances in court. This is where he's been choking on BBC, guys. The BBC sought the financial information after Trump sued the company for $10 billion over its coverage of January 6. The records at issue belong to the Donald J. Trump Revocable Trust, a trust bearing his name that controls roughly 400 of his business entities. If I had 400 business entities, I'd be fucking rich. What the hell? U.S. Magistrate Judge Enrique Lett issued that order on July 27th in Miami, requiring Trump to hand over tax returns, ownership documents, and financial statements dating back to January 2023, with a first production due within 10 days and weekly productions thereafter. Oh my god, I love that we're talking about Donald Trump and a fucking dementia test pops up. Have you guys seen the video of Trump trying to give a medal to someone? And it shows him versus Biden. That actually the idea just doesn't include me for once 400 shell game, I bet. Shells, but more likely it'll be about offloading debt on other companies than bankrupting them. Trump waited most of those 10 days before acting. On August 3rd, his lawyers asked the Big Back Clock to voluntarily agree to an extension. They wanted the BBC extension. I can't. The verbiage, it's too perfect. It's too perfect. The BBC said that an extension could not happen. An extension could not be gotten. The BBC will not allow for extension. 2 days later, one day before the headline, Trump's team filed an emergency motion asking the U.S. District Judge Roy Altman to freeze Lett's order while Trump appeals it. Trump's lawyers certified in the motion that this motion, in fact, presents a true emergency. Yeah, the emergency is they haven't quite cooked the books enough yet. The BBC's motive couldn't be more transparent. That means that your sperm count is low. To wrongly exploit this litigation for its own political benefit, the motion insisted. In a suit filed late last year, Trump complained that the BBC had spliced 2 sections of his January 6, 2021 speech, spoken nearly 55 minutes apart, omitting his call for supporters to march peacefully and patriotically. Yeah, they marched peacefully, all right. Hardcore says, your VTuber model looks very adorable. Thank you, I appreciate it. And just for that, we're going to go ahead and slime. Not for you, I'm not that excited, but, you know, we'll take it. His own complaint claimed the broadcast harmed the value of his brand, properties, and businesses. Language Let said, and it opened the door to a subpoena. And eBay is now reminding me that I would like more Kaisas, Riftbound players in my audience. If you have red Kaisas, I will gladly trade for them. I need more red Kaisas. Red Kaisa's good. Especially if you have the Crystal Rose one. Holy fucking shit, I want Crystal Rose Red Kaisa. Sorry, I saw a shiny thing and I squirreled. Fuck Teemo, by the way. I think all Teemo players, both in card game and in the video game, I wish them a very dishonorable melted Lego under their toenail. Considering the trust relationship to plaintiff's alleged damages, Let wrote the information the trust possesses is relevant and material to any damage analysis. The trust is revocable, meaning Trump can dissolve it and reclaim everything at any time. It bears his name and holds virtually all of his business assets, according to court filings. At a July 21st hearing, Trump's lawyers told Let they no longer plan to seek damages for financial losses or harm to business, only reputational harm, according to court filings. Yeah, of course. We don't want to show you Mr. Trump's financial records. No. The most transparent agency in the world. We can't do that. So instead, we're not going to seek financial damages anymore. We're just going to say that you made us look bad, even though, we made us look bad. Hardcore says, is Trump responsible for the PS Sony digital problem? I don't know. There is an argument that it had something to do with it because of import tariffs, but at the same time, I don't think so. I think that Sony has been on top of the gaming world for long enough that they are making anti-consumer decisions because they quite frankly have the wiggle room to do so. I don't know if it does or doesn't have anything to do with the Trump administration. So they offered to narrow the complaint on the spot. Let ruled in the complaint as written. On August 4th, Trump's team filed a motion to amend the complaint while the proposed new version was placed under seal. The Rule 72 objections filed alongside said the amendment replaces the express allegations of economic harm to President Trump's brand value, businesses, properties, and future financial prospects, instead identifying reputational harm as the alleged compensatory injury. Wow. Why did I fuck that up? Sylvia says I'm sexy and I know it. What? I mean, that's an intrusive thought, I guess. HRT is magic. I said, why you use a female avatar? Because I like to. Like, okay, I'll give you the full history. I used to use a male avatar. My audience kept gender bending me in fan art. I submitted the gender bent fan art to an artist named Remixon. Remixon made my VTuber model that was female years ago based on the fan art that kept on being submitted. I used that VTuber model as a joke, and then 4 years passed and I'm still using female VTuber models because, quite frankly, I think they look pretty at this point. Started off as my fans gender bending me and me running with the joke, and it turned into me saying all fan art is canon, and, well, here we are. Also girl pretty. Like, I like having playmats with my character on them. I said, okay, very interesting story. Lily says that was a bad idea. Nah, it's fine. Oh, Trump is still seeking $10 billion. Oh, BBC attorney, Chuck Tobin has, God, that sounds like a porn name, argued that Trump's public image and his business interests are inseparable. Yeah, it's true. Like, you're a brand. Because he built his political identity around his success as a businessman. If Altman does not act before Thursday's deadline, ding, 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 today's Thursday, Trump's trust must either produce the records or risk sanctions for defying court order. A trial is set for February 2027, and the big beautiful cock is also seeking to question Trump under oath, according to court filings. Okay. So, what's the TLDR here? Donald Trump does not want you seeing his financials. He's been fighting for you not to see his financials in full for ages. So that, he can pretend that he's a good tax-paying citizen like the rest of us, even though we know he's not. I said, which do you believe will break first, the Epstein files or Trump's financial files? Honestly, the Epstein files. The Epstein files have the benefit of having a lot of momentum behind them that even people in the Republican Party want to push forward. And because there's so many of them, they have the added benefit for the Trump admin that most people won't go through them. So it's very likely that even if we got the fully unredacted Epstein files tomorrow, it wouldn't make any kind of splash at all. We already know that the billionaires that oligarchically run things in the background fuck kids. Yellow Purple Soda says, I think both will be drip fed to us forever. Yeah, likely. That our patience will probably break first. If our patience as a nation legitimately broke, then no. If it actually was broken, we wouldn't have Trump in office right now. Also, I agree with Axo. Japazio does need to learn not to be an ass. What do you mean message can't be replied to? I mean, if I've timed somebody out, their message probably can't be replied to at all. It's kind of what happens, generally speaking. It is weird to me, though, thinking that we live in a world right now where the most powerful man in the world, is known to be a rapist, is known to be a tax cheat, is known to be things that we are supposed to be against in the United States in some way, shape, or form, and yet nothing will ever happen. Espen says, I saw you yesterday. Nope, you did not. I didn't see you in stream at all. I mean, I was here with Rhino yesterday, so, like, I know I was here, but I guess you weren't, which is, you know, sad. But that's all I got on that one. Trump's gargling BBC. Hey, you made it to the end. I want to give an extra thanks to the patrons who allow me to do this full time. I want to thank Aaron Rail, Astral, Britzkrieg, Jemshin, Poundini, Red Joker, Victoria, Jonas, Craig, Tarika, Fireshard, Smiling GM, John, Dren Hadamada, Creeper, Sagitta, you know I'm not saying that last part, Sylvie Snow, Valis of Seraph, Ottoman Angel, Rooster Rachel, and Fire Panda, who are all my $20 and up patrons.